We're back again. Had to take a little break. Sometimes, you know, you gotta do that. Let me see if I can get this laptop going here. Make sure the channel's coming up, you know, and all that kind of doodad stuff. YouTube sometimes is kind of slow with their streaming. So, you gotta make adjustments, you know, constantly. Alright, I think it's good to go now. Fix the sound on it. Alright, we're good to go. So today, we've already done District Union on our legendary. We did the legendary, weekly legendary. This other stuff, I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna be, I don't really care about Descent and Dark Zone conflict shit. I don't really care about Dark Zone right now. To me, is kind of sketchy because you gotta fix some of the cheating issues that they're having. So for the moment, I think what we'll do is I'm on my bleed builds right now, and I already have my bleed bullets. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's not quite that early. What the fuck time is it? Yeah, it's about 8:50. So appreciate you guys tuning in. It's awesome. It's a beautiful day. So we'll just join a couple heroic missions here. Some random.
You have received an invite to another.
Good thing with that is you can always get a. You can pretty much always find a heroic random match in 5 or 10 seconds. You know, it's really pretty quick.
More bad guys just passed the fuselage of a cargo plane. No indication they heard the shooting.
Anything? Not a goddamn thing. Why are we patrolling this far out? 'Cause Emmeline told us to.
Yeah,
Take
catch
it
up
with
with these
her if
other
you got a
guys.
complaint. Keep your eyes open. It might be nothing, but it might be something. Is that supposed to be helpful, Earl? 'Cause it isn't. Shut your damn mouth before I shut it for you. Both of you shut up.
Taking down the outcast stronghold and neutralizing their leader, Emily Shaw, will do serious damage to the faction. Also, Henry has intel that a mechanical engineer from the campus settlement was brought here recently. So be on the lookout for captives.
We've got a few hostiles ahead.
Another agent has joined your group. Backup arrived.
Someone's got a little Halloween. Cool little.
Yeah, from that hound.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's cool.
Appreciate it. Oh yeah, be careful, I have 4 directives on.
no direct way into the main compound from where you are. If you can get up on the wing, you can detour around to the west along the quarantine barricade.
No, you...
You're coming up on a burn pit. At least half a dozen hostiles, but it doesn't look like they're expecting you.
You out of it. You need to go get some more hot.
The hell is shooting me? Fuck. What the hell is shooting me? Oh shit.
It's hard to focus with a gun pointed at your head. I'm working as fast as I can. Aim that thing. These guys are insane.
no longer in your group.
I hope you burn this whole place to the ground. I don't see you again.
You're coming up on the central area, and it looks like they've sealed the gate.
Then you're gonna have to find a way to unseal it.
Those outside have sacrificed themselves for you. Prove that their sacrifice was not in vain.
Be careful. They're bound to be expecting you. What the hell was that?
A group of hostiles is moving toward a boat on the east shore. They're escorting someone who appears to be unarmed.
If Emmeline gets away, finding her isn't gonna be easy. You've got to stop that boat. Find a way to the shore and make sure that boat doesn't get away.
How many packs of hair you need? In a minute. How many do you need? Say what? How many do you need? Say what?
All of this is done. I just gotta do this side.
What's going on with that boat?
Hasn't launched yet. Looks like they're in the process of fueling it. There are big tanks on either side of the boat.
Those tanks are a primary target. What about Emily?
Already aboard the boat. Assuming that was her.
Vital signs critical. Serious trauma detected. Agent down.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
I just die up there, buddy.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Vital signs critical. Agent out of action.
Fucker, man. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, they sneak up. Well, alright. Well, alright.
Yep, per.
Without their leader and their stronghold, the outcasts are going to be much less of a problem than before. You know, what happened to them was horrific.
Yeah, good job.
But what they did was even worse.
Yeah, fellas, good game.
I just hope they're finally at peace.
Damn, where is this?
You have left.
Sometimes I get like a little more. I was watching my health because I saw that last time I got knocked. I saw my health was low. But I just wanted to shoot those couple people. Those little rushers. Or kamikaze. Oh, they gave me another blue screen. Well, if anybody needed a blue screen. Sorry. Now it's just going to be an exotic component. Another thing I did, I used to not do it. I changed my order of operation here, so whenever I get new items, they're right at the top. Instead of me, I used to have to scroll all the way, you know, and they would be in like random spots. But now, if you go into the options here, you can mark it. See over here, I have it marked for recent. You can do different things with them, but when you mark it as recent, every time Dodge City, I know they didn't give me that. I already have a Dodge City, but it doesn't have a star, so I'll have to check. Everything that I just picked up is on the top. So since I don't really need shit, because I have enough, I can just go through kind of quickly, unless you see some like named items. I don't really need anything, honestly. So then I just go into my library. Of course, there's nothing there or there. What else is new? Surprise, surprise. And then here, I'll just go and delete. Mark all that garbage and get all those items for the destruction results. Check my mods. Crap there. And, you know, after you play this game for long enough, especially as like a maybe, everyone says the same thing, new or returning. If you're a new or returning player, once you do this like a few hundred times, whatever, you get to where you can scroll through your inventory relatively quickly. I have all these things, but I'm not. I'll just wait till I get 20 caches. Let me shoot over. I just want to check something because all of my exotics, even if I don't use them, unless it's just something that's, you know, I don't know, stupid. Some of them I keep on my inventory for a couple different builds that I use. Some of them I move in my stash, like everybody else. This is the way shit is. I can't, you know, you can't carry everything. So let's see what this was. I think it was the. I thought it was in here, the gloves. Well, something did. Oh, here. Okay, the Dodge City holster, which I've honestly never used, but I think. See, I already have one there. Okay. Centurion Scabbard. Yeah, these things, honestly, I have all these different holsters, and I haven't really thought of a build. at this point to use them with, so I just kind of, for the moment, store them in here. Apologize, I had to sneeze there. So this one, they just gave it to me, I guess. I'll just, oh, you know what? This is what I'll do. Let's see if they... Nope. They didn't take it. I thought maybe they would. Oh, they did take it, but they didn't. Maybe they didn't give me credit for it. So this is a build that I like using. I have a couple different, like everybody and their mama, when you play this game, you've got different builds for different things. So this is my bleed build that I use. Now I got a similar version of this from DJ Tickle a couple years back, and I literally still use it to this day. I'll show you that. But this one here is just a blue screen. Everyone knows kind of what the blue screen does. It's all maxed out, or whatever, maxed out for me, 17 weapon damage. But on DJ Tickles, which I still do use, it's not like this. It's a little different, and I'll just show you real quickly. But this build, which is the one I just used, here are the pieces. And I've got, like, on this build, it's 95% status effects. 95%, I should have put that in the fucking description, but... So, if I look at the pieces, so 4 pieces or 2 pieces of this ongoing directive give you 15% status effects. But I already have an extra 10 on it. So that's 25%, and then here 35%, 45%, and I kind of like expertise these up just to 9 because 9 is my favorite number. 45%, and then this one same thing, 55%, and then here's where you can kind of tinker around. You can use exotic hand gloves or whatever, but I like using these because the gold gives you another 10%, and then I got 10% on the gloves. That's 75%, and then I'm using this electric 85%, and then the attribute 95%. So 95% status build or status effects. And I like using this talent trauma. It's really pretty handy because when you shoot them in the head, especially like heavies, they'll go blind, and they literally, you'll hear them say, I'm blind, you know. And since this is a bleed build, that's generally the main thing for this. So 95% extra status effects. When I get my bleed bullets, it's fantastic. And then this extra chest piece talent applies bleed to any enemy hit in the chest. Well, that's pretty much 90% of my shots are going into the body, so it's just more and more bleed. And then my secondary, you guys can use any secondary gun you want. I'm just using this P416. I like it, but I put the talent on there, amplifies weapon damage to by 30% to bleeding enemies. Again, surprise, surprise, it's a bleed build, so I try to set up everything bleed wise, because that's what I'm going for. To get the bleed bullets, the easiest thing, I'll just shoot over here real quick, so I'm going to show you this DJ. I'll give homie credit, because it was a pain in the ass to get one piece of his build, but I'll just, fuck it, I'm just going to leave it like that. Right now, I already have bleed bullets, so we'll just do this for the moment. We'll just change it. It's going to tell me I have special ammo. I don't really give a shit. So now, see, I have no bleed bullets, so I'm going to go back to my blue screen. Now, if you look on the bottom where it says 200, I have no special ammo. It's just regular ammo. But because I'm shooting somebody in the body with that, I have that the talent trauma on here. If I apply bleed to an enemy hit in the chest, so that's what I'm going to do. And it's still bleeding. Look, 95% status effects, and this guy's, look how long. Has this little cooldown. But if you want to get bleed bullets, the easiest thing with a bleed build, especially mine, is I just use a status effect here. You should kill the weakest person, and I already got my bleed bullets. So now you can see I have that special ammo down there. So now, once I shoot somebody one time, there's the bleed. And we'll just sit here. I'm curious. I don't do a lot of experimentation, but that's why I like these kind of builds. One, who cares about... I mean, I guess people do care, but once you get a good DPS build, and whether you're using a Heartbreaker or a Striker, you don't really need another build. You know, you can just run around with a Striker build all day long, but it gets boring. So I kind of like will try to do these other kind of builds, because to me it's just more fun. So you just tap them and just continually losing losing their health. And then I use this not that, you idiot. The other thing I'm using is this Stinger Hive, because these are really kick-ass. It's another way to get bleed. But once you start nailing people, you just spread it around. And sometimes, see, look at these targets. They get all jankied up. Look, I shoot them, they're not even dropping. Let's see if... It's just like some quirk with this game. Oh, now they drop, of course. And then I like this Disrupt Jammer Pulse. See, I like the little jammers, little disrupt effect there. But these are fun builds to use, because they'll sit there and bleed out. You just tap them, and they'll just die. Now, I'm going to show you this other thing. So, if I go to, this is another, I kind of have two. So this is DJ Tickles, the other YouTuber. Basically, this is the build that he was using, and I use it for a long time. So you want to have a vial mask, blue screen. It doesn't matter about the secondary. You put whatever the hell you want. Blue screen is the key. Vial mask. And I got hazard effects on there and all that kind of stuff. And then ongoing directive, backpack.
Incoming backup request.
Sorry, my man, I can't get it. And this goal and chest piece. And see, my goal and chest piece. My goal and chest piece is in my stash, but that's what he was using. Oh, there's a stash right here. All right, hold on. Because I know it's here, because alright. So this is the one that DJ Tickle was using a while back. I got it a couple years ago, and I used this build for quite a long time. And it's a really good build, and it's a strong build. You know what I mean? This build works really well. I just made a couple little tweaks to it. So you got your blue screen, vial mask, 4 pieces of ongoing directive, which every single one is going to be either weapon damage, but you have to put status effects on them. So you get as much status effects as possible. So status effects, weapon damage, status effects. Same thing on all the pieces. Nothing changes. The only thing that he had put on his, which at the time I didn't mind it, was this Golden Gear chest piece, because of course Golden one piece gives you status effects, and then you want to have status effects on the attributes. So sometimes you get lucky. It was a pain in the ass to get this chest piece, because you need to have glass cannon on it and status effects. So it is a pain in the ass to find this specific chest piece with the exact, and that's the grind of the Division, grinding out for a specific piece. You know, it's a big pain in the ass. So I finally got it. It took me quite a while, but you want to have armor on it, status effects, and if you can get skill haste, great, but you have to have glass cannon. So the only problem with it, which I will show you, so here's I get my bleed bullets, same thing. Jammer pulse, shoot the weakest idiot. Boom, I already got my special ammo. Now because I have glass cannon on it, you just tap somebody one time, and of course they're going to start, now instead of 88, I get 90, 112,000, 109, you know, it's all fluctuating everywhere. And this is the build I use from DJ Tickle for quite a long time, and it's still a really good build. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. The only problem with it, because I love these status effects builds, they're super fun to use, and like I say, you just, all you have to do is kind of like peek or just go, you know, do one of these kind of things. You can be a really good help to your team. You just sit back, and these idiots all die. You know, it's really pretty handy to do. The other thing, well, now I just remembered, the other thing he had on his was the chem launcher. And I'll show you why. So when you shoot somebody, let's see if it happens here. Nope. I don't know what's wrong with these things. Maybe if I change the difficulty. I don't know what's wrong with this game where they're kind of like tweaked out. Alright, so I have the bleed bullets. And we'll just shoot somebody. So he put the chem launcher on here. The canister. Because as they start to... Eventually it's going to stop bleeding out. But if you drop this chem on the ground, it will reactivate them, see? And they'll start... The effect will continue. So you just tap them. And especially when you're shooting a lot of people, if you're shooting around, you'll see all the status effects you got going on. I always like kind of let it go for a few seconds, and you drop a chem, and then watch. And then it'll last longer. It makes the effect last longer. So that's his build that he was using for a long time, and I used it for a long time. It's a really good bleed build. The only problem is you cannot run and gun with this because of this glass cannon. You're weak. I mean, look at my armor is under 1,000,000. And when you take damage, you just get wrecked. So, I mean, you can kind of heal up dropping these chems, and it does heal you. So it's kind of like, we'll use this just for the minute. I'll show you in a... We'll just jump in some random ass mission here.
Invite to another agent's group.
I really like using these status effect builds. They're super fun to use. And because you can kind of... It's like a skill build. You can kind of sit back and kind of just shoot them and then just hide back in cover, and you'll still get the kills. So it's more of a support build instead of a DPS. And DPS builds are fine, but
Hold it, Agent.
after a while, you know, it's just kind of...
before you head on through the building.
You know, once you get a good DPS build, you're good. You don't really need another build. These guys are upstairs, I guess. So I don't have any... What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
An agent needs assistance.
I gotta get these lead bullets now.
Black Tusk have been busy here. Search that computer and pocket whatever useful data you can find.
Select target.
Agent down.
Stand by, I'm coming in.
System reactivated.
Sending intro.
We're showing Black Tusk activity on the roof. We can't afford to leave any hostile elements in the building. Neutralize those assholes.
clear. No more contact.
Viewpoint is
Alright,
back
good
under
job,
control.
fellas.
Excellent work.
Good game.
An agent has left your group. You have left.
Alright, so I use that build. Like I said, this build I used it for like probably like a year or two. Which again was like it's a good bleed build. I kind of like got from DJ Tickle. I just kind of like changed it up and modified it. So I went over this. You can check it out. But it's a good build. But I ended up making a few changes on it, and I still remember it because it's a variation of what I really use to this day. I just don't like using the talent glass cannon because obviously cherished, huh? Perfect. Oh, there you go. It's too bad. See, this Hasberg, it's funny, I noticed it, but this Hasberg guard chest piece is the only talent, it's the only chest piece in the entire game that has perfect trauma. And the only reason I know that is because my other bleed build, I use trauma. I don't have the perfect trauma, and the reason I don't fucking use it is because the developers put on this stupid Hasberg guard, which one piece just gives you headshot damage, and I don't really give a crap about that. They should have put perfect trauma on Electric or Golan, because one piece gives you status effects. And since this is perfect for my bleed build, they kind of like I think they screwed that up.
Agent in need of backup.
That's right, I said it, developers. You screwed it up. And I'll show you. Of course, nothing in those two sections. So what a surprise. So we will destruct all this stuff. And I'll show you how these guys... If I go down to my... Here's my regular bleed build, my regular other status build. So, here's trauma, but not perfect trauma. And why? Because the stupid talent is on that Hasberg chest piece, which I don't need. I don't need headshot damage. This is my regular, that's why I made this kind of change. So, again, that's the great thing about this game. You kind of make it however you want to make it. And you make your little changes here and there. So, Tickle's bleed build, which I still use sometimes, it's still a really good, strong build. I just don't like the glass cannon. I like using this talent trauma a lot better. And a lot of times I'll just jump into, like I just did. We just jump into some random heroic group. And then I wanted more bleed, more status effects, so I just put on these gloves. So it really kind of works out. The other one that I was kind of messing around with, which is this, you would think, like this Negotiator's Dilemma build, you would think the shit looks good, you know, by appearance. I put on this Pestilence. I was kind of floating between the Pestilence and the Iron Lung, because this will create burn on the people you're shooting. As you can see, it's not maximized whatsoever. It's a kind of a piece of crap, to be honest. But the blue screen is what I use the most. That's why I have it all maxed out. But the blue screen doesn't work really well on this build. So I'm using the Pestilence for that Plague of the Outcast talent. But this Negotiator Dilemma is supposed to be a good, you know, good build, kinda. You know, it's not like nearly as good as Heartbreaker or Striker. But if you look at all the pieces that I got on here, I think I expertised everything up to 12. But if you look at everything, core attributes, weapon damage, crit hit damage, something should be the same. Armor, crit hit damage, weapon damage, everything's either red, you know, crit hit damage mod, armor regain, because I need some armor. And then I put on these turmoil knee pads, which are, no, I don't even have the turmoil knee pads on. I have the Cheska knee pads. Oh, they are the turmoil. Okay. So I got the turmoil knee pads on here, all red, you know, ready to go. Is that expertise up? Fuck, I don't even see it. I guess you can't. And then the LMG damage, Petrov, everything red. So you would think, like looking at it, it looks like it would be a good build. Turmoil knee pads. I don't know if I can. Let's see. That's not what I'm looking for. Alright, here we go. Not that stuff, I must have passed it. Here we go. See, they don't... What the fuck, hold on. Yeah, maybe they don't let you expertise these up. I never really fucking tried, so I thought they just automatically did most things you can, but unless they're not proficient yet, that would be the only reason. Fuck it, I guess you can't. Whatever. These are special knee pads, so maybe you just can't expertise them up. But what I was saying is, when you look at this build, it looks like it would be a pretty dominating build. You know, Reviver Hive, Jammer Pulse, you know, it looks like it would be okay, but yeah, it's not that great, to be honest. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching. Hopefully I helped you with some of the builds. You guys have a great day. Be safe. Peace out.